welcome back, everyone. The Invisible Man today.
Invisible Man Returns, the 1940 film.
No, the original 1933 sci-fi horror.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. No,
The original, that's nice.
I don't even know if this is Universal taking another attempt at a dark universe thing. Apparently, it's supposed to be part of that loosely.
That's awesome. I can't wait to get more Dark Universe films.
It just blew me away with Tom Cruise and The Mummy.
Alright. Have you seen the version of the trailer they released that has super fucked audio? For The Mummy?
I might have.
Yeah, it doesn't have, like, music.
Oh, yes, that's right. It's just Tom Cruise, like, on the side of a plane freaking out or some shit.
Yeah. But he's not even, like, freaking out properly. It sounds like raw audio from when they shot that scene before anything got added.
Yeah. Man, that fell flat on its face long before the Dark Universe ever took off.
Yeah, no, the funniest thing is, like, for the start of that trailer, it looks like the lack of audio is, like, a stylistic choice and it's supposed to be, like, a horror thing.
Yeah.
But then...
For the time screaming at the end.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, but that's way off topic. We're talking about Invisible Men, not Visible Men.
Yeah, that's right. The first half of the film, it really struggled to grab me because there was just that little exposition. I wasn't given much to care about anyone that was in the film. But there is a turning point. It's a scene in a restaurant, and full spoilers, everyone, because I don't say that enough. Where she's finally gathered some proof to prove that her ex is stalking her in an invisible suit of some sort, and is sat down with her sister at a restaurant while she's explaining all this stuff, and then cuts back to her sister and she's just looking blankly, and then as it cuts back to our protagonist, a knife is just floating in the air in front between their faces, and then cuts her sister's throat and then puts the knife in our protagonist's hands, Elizabeth Moss's character. And then from there, the movie just picked up. It did not stop. She was then thrown in a mental ward and all sorts of crazy shit. That's how you correctly subvert expectations, because the first half had really set me up to just, it's not gonna be much, or it's just...
that scene took me by surprise and I didn't even watch it.
So, yeah, of course, we both saw the film, as we always do.
Right. I watched the first 26 minutes, about 10 minutes before the podcast started, and I was just like, I'm seeing a lot of Visible Men, right? But I'm not seeing a single Invisible Man. And then I realized maybe that's the point. Just now, as I said that.
Yeah, the
For
point
all I
was,
know, he was there the whole time.
He was there. He was always there.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I really struggled because at first, the only impressions that this guy gives off at the very beginning is that he's not patient. He's very controlling, aggravated, violent, because he smashes the window of a car.
Yeah.
So when all of a sudden he's invisible,
Which is really inconsiderate.
and then he's just there like, ooh, I'm gonna turn the flames on the stove up and just play mind games with you. It wasn't clear to me until I had a bit more.
To be fair, that's pretty epic.
What? But
I mean, if you were invisible, you'd just fuck with people.
yeah, but this is the guy that seemed like he is there to kill her. He's gonna wait until she's alone and then just do it and not play some drawn out mind game. But of course we get more exposition. It just makes more sense as the film goes along. But I feel like we should have had a little bit more of that to begin with, and then I would have been alright, I'm with this film. Because the movie just does not give me much to go off of. And just
the
says,
opening
take my word for it.
Pretty much explains nothing. It's only like a couple. It's like like 20 minutes later when she actually explains what happened with her that you actually.
Well, because I watch
you can
films.
grasp that there's problems in the relationship.
Yeah. I mean, she's
yeah.
just drugging him, so.
Yeah, which is pretty epic.
See, my problem is I watch films like The Shining and films that really make me think.
That is not a problem. Never say that's a problem.
No, I'm talking about my problem with The Invisible Man because of these things.
Okay.
Because I watch films like that, I don't believe everything I see, and so with most films I go into, I play devil's advocate. So when she's losing her shit, and yeah, maybe he's controlling it a bit much, why is he like that? What made him this way? Was it the way he was brought up? Maybe it's not that relevant, but things like that, I just wasn't with the film until the restaurant scene, and then it had me. And then I was interested, and it just kept Shyamalan twist after Shyamalan twist. On a budget of $6 million, they did really good, but at the same time, it's an Invisible Man, so it could have just pocketed it all.
I was expecting to just see like a string dragging something, like shitty special effects that like some YouTube production in 2013 would use.
Oh yeah, just some Paranormal Activity shit with some fishing line and pulling doors shut.
Exactly.
Yeah. The suit design itself, I don't know if you've seen it at all.
Well, of course I didn't see it. It's invisible.
It's very reminiscent of the Minions and Suicide Squad that are all black and like full of eyeballs.
Yes.
But
those
of course,
suits
those
in the
are,
basement, yeah. Right?
and it makes sense. Yeah, I didn't know whether they were going to go very supernatural, like it was going to be that he's a science experiment, his skin is invisible, or a suit. I prefer the suit. I can take it much more seriously.
Yeah, other than him being a ghost.
Yeah, but the film was pleasantly surprising. I really enjoyed it by the end, and it as I said, Shyamalan twist after Shyamalan twist. Is it what's happening and flipping things on its head? But this, Ryan Johnson, is how you correctly subvert expectations. Not just, let's just do everything backwards. The Last Jedi, yeah, let's just go for it. Fucking Ryan Johnson from Star Wars, you piece of shit. I mean, The Invisible Man, yes.
No. I feel like my problem is that I find it very hard to sit and watch a movie for 2 hours if it's not actually something that I wanted to watch. It's like, yeah, sure, it might be a good movie, but I wasn't that into it. Because when it's a film like Cats or Rise of Skywalker, I'm like, yeah, this is me. I love this.
Maybe you shouldn't talk about movies. At least we'll have very
now I'm realizing that.
Yeah, maybe at least we'll have some very diverse debates on what's good and what isn't. Because if you support Cats, man, I don't know if we can be friends.
You already know how I feel about that movie.
I know.
You had to stop me at an hour from talking about the film.
Still don't know where the Jellicle is. Don't want to know.
It's just the name of their cult. That's all it means.
You don't have to explain it. I don't think
it's like,
I
why
are
Catholics called Catholics? It's just Jellicles are called Jellicles. That's just their name.
Why did they get so many good actors and Taylor Swift and Rebel Wilson?
I will still never forget the scene at the end where Judi Dench, the main character, I don't know what her actress's name is, but that apparently Cats is our first big movie. Oh. So good on her.
It was a box office success.
Oh yeah, and then her, Judi Dench, and one of the other cats are staring at the camera and having a monologue, and just their free faces on screen, just floating over these grotesque cat body. It was that was fucking horrifying. That was the scariest film I've ever seen.
Alright, well, we're getting a little bit off topic. We'll just
We
keep
are
going.
getting a little bit off topic.
Okay, so for the 24 minutes that you see in The Invisible Man...
It's 26 minutes, give me some credit.
For the 26 minutes... what did you think of Elizabeth Moss's character? Like, did she portray that well?
Her character was blonde, and that's something I saw. That's something I noticed.
Awesome. Well, since I give me full credit, seen over 2 hours of the film.
No,
I reckon she did really well. I do. I reckon she did good. She really portrayed someone that had been kind of shattered by a relationship, and then not directly going to people saying, "Hey, there's an invisible man," because that's just crazy.
Obviously, yeah.
There's one more thing I needed to talk to you about in reference to this film. The actor Oliver Jackson plays the character Adrian Griffin. What are your thoughts on this?
I thought that was pretty based and epic.
How are you involved in this?
I actually made the movie.
Oh,
it was
really?
all me. I played every character, did all the editing and special effects, and wrote it.
Ah, so that's why you didn't have to watch it.
Exactly.
You just made it and didn't watch
tell me
it.
what happens before the podcast, though.
So, you made it. You edited the film. You published the film. You went to the premiere. Shook everyone's hands. But you didn't watch it.
The budget all came out of my own pocket, too.
Fuck, man, you're loaded. That's crazy.
Not anymore.
I couldn't believe it. The actor's name is Oliver Jackson, and he plays Adrian Griffin.
Yeah, I actually did notice that because I saw the cast while I was purchasing the film. There's actually a character named Dr. Griffin in The Invisible Man Returns, 1940.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that when checking the original films, Griffin is actually a name that's carried forth. Griffin is the Invisible Man. So,
yeah, it's me.
It's crazy.
Me all along.
It was just insane. I can't believe you did this, and I can't believe you made it without telling me. You know, it's interesting you say that you made it and you edited the film when it says that someone else directed the film and edited the film. Why did you leave that in?
That's my pen name. I forget what it is though.
Lee
Can you
Wannell.
enlighten us?
Lee Wannell.
Yeah, that's me.
Wow. That's
one of the names I use, along with Stanley Kubrick and Stephen King.
Oh, really?
They're all me.
I loved your work on Sleepwalkers.
Yeah.
The Mark Hamill and the Dead
My
Cats
crowd is
part.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, as I said, really good. This is how you submit expectations. It was much better than I thought it was going to be. But it was definitely worth my time and worth watching. I don't know if it's what I'm going to go back to and watch multiple times. But, yes, Jackson, it's worth seeing at least once all the way through. And
I might watch it later when I have the time.
Ah, yes, right, after we've done the podcast.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna watch it now.
Nah. So yeah, The Invisible Man, good film. Now I've got some other movie news because we've actually got movie news this week, and I've also got funny movie of the week.
That's crazy.
And I've got some great stuff. So what are your thoughts on Tenet? Obviously you probably haven't seen it. I haven't either. But it's been released in select theaters.
That's the movie I keep getting ads for on YouTube. I hate it.
You hate it?
I fucking hate that movie. I
It's,
want that. I want it to stop getting ads for it on YouTube.
YouTube just knows you like
All I
good
see ads
movies.
for.
So it's Christopher Nolan's latest what would I call it? Love piece with film, because he likes to just go, let's not make a movie, let's just blow people's minds and do something we've never done before. And so it's like,
I respect that.
it's an action movie, but things go backwards. So you don't ever fire bullets, you catch them with the gun, as said in the trailer.
Okay.
But like,
You see, I don't watch the trailers. I just keep getting them on YouTube, so I don't actually know anything about the movie.
but yeah, it's like,
But that sounds pretty cool.
things
the
aren't
premise.
moving forward.
Maybe if I watch the trailer.
Yeah,
Right.
no, well, I'm very excited to see it. Obviously,
When's it coming out?
Well, now, but my select theater won't show it. It's only in certain cinemas you might have the opportunity to see it. But apparently, this has been helmed as the film that is going to save cinema and theaters and stuff. Whether that's fucking how much you want to take from that is up to you. But I think it'll be really good though. There was a clip in the trailer where like a car chase is happening forwards and backwards in time at the same time. So this car's driving forward, and then the car next to it is driving backwards because it's going back in time. I don't understand. Apparently, that's what's really easy to understand.
Awesome as a premise.
Yeah, but apparently that's the really easy bit to understand is inversion was what they call it. But what's hard to understand is they're like, let's just take the characters and make it all really complex. And I've heard that the sound mixing is pretty off, like a lot of his other films, where people talking is just regular, but then all the score is really loud and overwhelming, so that sometimes it drowns out what people are saying. Apparently it's got that issue as well. But yeah, Tenet is finally coming out, and I wish I could see it, but I can't. And hopefully it's really, really good. In other news, dun dun dun, New Mutants finally came out. Do you know anything about this film, or have you even heard of it before?
I have heard of it before when you mentioned the name 10 seconds ago.
Ah, awesome. So you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm fully aware of what these New Mutants are.
So, the X-Men films Fox were producing were coming out, and the last one that they had scheduled was New Mutants, which was supposed to be, let's take the X-Men and make it a horror film. And it was scheduled to come out in 2017. Then,
finally,
it got delayed for 2018. And then, when it was supposed to come out in 2018, it was supposed to have reshoots done to the entire film. But those didn't end up happening. And then they recut it. And then it was going to come out again. And then they were going to do some more reshoots. And then COVID hit. And then they could do the reshoots. And they just fucking released it. They already made this deal with Disney and sold the property. They've just released it as what it was originally supposed to be. And I've heard that it's just fine. It's exactly what it's supposed to be. It's X-Men, but a horror movie. It's just, I guess it's different, but it's not great.
I haven't watched any of the X-Men movies, like not even Logan. I've heard they're all. I've heard Logan's really good.
There are some really, really good ones. Up there for me would have to be First Class and Days of Future Past. They weren't supposed to rhyme, but they do. And obviously the original X-Men trilogy is great as well, especially the second one. No Spider-Man 2 though, not close. But yeah, there's that many
Just Spider-Man 3.
Yes.
No, that's pretty good.
It is pretty good. But there was a lot of X-Men films. You got the first trilogy, then you've got Origins Wolverine, which is the one where they sew Deadpool's mouth shut. Then you have First Class.
First one.
Then there was The Wolverine, where Logan was in Japan. Then there was Days of Future Past. Then there was X-Men Apocalypse. Then there was X-Men Dark Phoenix again, because the third one in the original trilogy was Dark Phoenix. Except this one's worse, and written by the same guy who did 3 in the original. So it was his second try at it and still fucked it up. Amongst the Deadpool films, and then finishing that with Logan, kind of. So there's a lot of them. And if there's anything more screwed up than the 4th Jaws film, it would be the timeline for those X-Men films. That's more screwed up than anything. Nothing makes sense anymore. But there's some really good ones. So yeah, New Mutants came out to no acclaim.
Thunderous applause?
Yes. Well, you know what did come out to thunderous applause? Bill and Ted 3 Face the Music.
I heard about that.
Please tell me you're a Bill and Ted fan.
I have seen them, yes. They are epic.
I don't know if you're lying.
I am not lying. Of course I've seen the fucking Bill and Ted films.
Good, because I know a lot of great people that haven't.
Watched those.
Just, whoa. Excellent! Be kind to each other.
Man, it's been so long since I watched those movies.
No, what was it? Be excellent to one another. Like while he's holding his chest and his arms out.
Yeah.
They were great. And I liked both of them. Because I think a lot of people undermine the second one, but it actually doesn't do exactly what the first one was and goes much darker. It has death in it, and they play Twister with death and battleship. It's fantastic. All the nightmare imagery stuck with me as a kid. I liked both of them, and apparently this third one has just been a saving grace on 2020 because of all this negativity and everything that's been happening. That this is just like really warm, fuzzy, and just a happy movie where these two, Bill and Ted, are still so optimistic and ignorant in their older ages. So it's been received really, really well. Of course, I want to see it. Apparently you can buy it now because it's on a streaming service of some sort. There's too many now to count. But it's on one of them. And it's like $25 though, I think. It's too much.
That's a lot for a movie.
Yeah.
I could pirate dozens of movies for a fraction of that price.
I was deep into Twitter, reading about people talking about movies and stuff. And there was this conversation that sparked up about how people just miss some of the really funny shit that other people would do in the cinemas. And I got a bunch of stories here from some people with things they have heard.
Story podcast.
Story podcast. So these are like quotes from certain people that went to the cinemas and heard the funniest shit ever. And I've got a couple of them here. The first one is, at the start of Aquaman, the WB logo has like water all on it and in it. And the guy next to me turns his date and says, "Ooh, because it's Aquaman." Can you imagine being in the cinema instead silent? There was the second one I have is this guy says, "I remember waiting for the Fellowship of the Ring to start rolling, and when the name came up, someone yelled, 'This isn't Shrek!'"
I can imagine his disappointment.
Either in the wrong theater or thought it was, I don't. This isn't Shrek.
Whoever brought him to the movies lied to him.
This one was really good. It was a conversation between two people. watching John Wick. So this guy had a couple in front of him, and he says, "I miss people who have a friend narrate the movie for them, like they're blind or something." We were about 70 minutes into John Wick, and the conversation read, "Who's this guy?" "That's Keanu Reeves. He plays John Wick." "Oh, why is he killing all those guys?" "They stole his car and killed his dog." Wow.
I love the wow.
Yeah, I know. Wow. God, that's crazy. I got two more. The second to last one is, once during one of the Paranormal Activity movies, while some paranormal activity was going down, someone in the first row yelled, "You see that?" And then someone in the back row answered, "Yeah, I see it!"
Amazing.
And the last one I got was that I went to see a screening of the Muppets for their anniversary or whatever, and this little girl, like 4 rows back, yelled, "When I marry Miss Piggy and she dies, I will eat her," while Kermit was singing.
Amazing.
Unreal. Fuck, I can't wait for my cinema to open again, because I'm gonna be in there quicker than you could imagine. But I think this is a perfect launching pad to talk about the funny movie of the week.
Brilliant. What
So,
is it?
do you like Bollywood films?
Yes.
Yes?
I'm
Alright.
already on board with this.
Awesome, because I think you might be familiar with this film already. Singham.
Yes!
Yes?
I love that movie. I've seen it before.
Have you? Alright, well, we're
Yeah,
gonna
I've
just
watched
revisit this trailer anyway. I haven't seen it, but I know the film. And yeah, I just wanted to go through it.
The second you said Bollywood, I knew it was this.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them, but you can't beat the best.
This isn't just the peak of Bollywood. This is the peak of cinema.
Indian Tom Cruise. Just straight up.
Don't be selling our fella Singham short. Could Tom Cruise do any of this?
Probably not. You'd need like a little bit of McConaughey dabbed in there with some Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yeah. But let me know when you're ready to roll this trailer, so for everyone else that hasn't seen it can watch it as well. I
started watching it 30 seconds ago.
Alright, let me just know when you're ready to go.
Alright, I put back to the start.
Alright,
I'm good to go.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, enjoy Bollywood, guys. Go.
I love the rising sun.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Gorgeous special effects.
Reliance Entertainment, my favorite. Yes! He is the bomb! Look at him go!
I fucking love this.
I fucking love Bollywood films. They're unreal.
I know.
Oh, look at that! Contact! They just cut the fat out of fucking movies and just give you the good shit.
Yeah.
They just cut to the chase. Look at this.
Alright, I know we're talking about Jaws 4 next week, but can we talk about Singham the week after?
I think we have to.
We've never actually done one of the funny movies of the week as a podcast.
Nah. Backflip. Let's see with the light post. Oh. Music is awesome. I don't care if I get claimed. It is worth it for this Chad.
Singham is the peak of man.
He is.
Yes.
Oh yes, when he gets out of the car. Oh. Yes. And then he flips the car. It's fucking beautiful.
hell.
This film is poetry in motion.
Yes. 22nd of July,
I'm so
2011.
pumped.
That's. I
And
can't wait
that
for it to come out.
is one of the best movie trailers ever. With 6.6 million views. It sparked a sequel, Singham Returns. And then Singham Returns, Time for Justice. It was just unfathomed. It's a hidden gem on some people's Netflix.
I doubt it's on Australian Netflix. We don't have fuck all.
Yeah, it's amazing how often you get recommended the same shit.
If Netflix recommends Lucifer to me one more time, I am going to hang myself.
Have you seen Lucifer?
No.
I have. I'm 4 seasons
Netflix
in.
really wants me to see it.
I'm too deep in now. I can't back out. And it's some good stuff. Of course, it's just another like cop CSI show, but the devil's in it.
I searched Singham on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Because, I wanted to see if it was on Netflix. And then it comes up with an animated, like a cartoon series called Little Singham that is a spin-off of the films.
Amazing.
I have never heard of this before.
That is new. Maybe we'll talk about Singham, maybe we won't. We'll see if there's popular demand for it.
Definitely watch it anyway.
Oh, I
Singham
will.
is amazing.
I've seen many scenes before.
Yeah.
But now, leading, of course, like you mentioned, next week, we'll be finishing the Jaws quadrilogy with the best one in the franchise. I would like you to just openly predict what you think this fourth film will be about, and how the shark will die, if it dies.
Because I know vaguely what the plot is, but
Yeah, you just
but,
give me like a rundown of what you think's gonna happen.
well, you see, because I know that one, it was the fear of the shark that killed him. Fucking. What's his first? Is it Jason Brody? No, that's the character from Far Cry 3.
Yeah.
What's his first name? Because Brody's his last name.
Martin
The
Brody.
Character from the Martin Brody. Yeah.
That's first.
Um.
Chief Brody, Martin Brody.
Yeah. That's who I meant.
And you've got Sean from Jaws 2. And somebody look out for Mike! The older brother. And then the older brother went on to be in SeaWorld. And his younger brother was there as a drunk cowboy, kinda.
Amazing.
And then the fourth film opens with that younger brother. Give you an idea of what's going on. Because again, everyone is recast. Very hard to follow.
So the shark, doesn't it like follow them from Amity Island to Florida or something?
This shark travels from New York to the Bahamas.
Yeah, because this time it's personal. Because sharks take things personally, Mr. Brody.
Look, you can see bits and pieces of Jaws 3, 20 minutes of The Invisible Man, but if you don't sit through this entire film, I'm going to be very upset, because there's going to be great jokes that you will have missed. It is
No,
heaven.
this one I want to watch.
Oh yeah, this is it. Even as a kid, I found this one much easier to watch than 3. 3 was boring. This one's so bad that it's absolutely hilarious.
So bad it's boring. It's the worst thing a film can do.
Oh yeah, it's
Then you
terrible.
just get films like Citizen Kane.
Yeah. So, Lorraine Gary is back, and Michael Caine is in the film.
I know that Michael Caine is in the film.
He is the best line.
Shit!
But a lot of the other shit he does is hilarious as well. People don't mention the other stuff. Those were just highlights. Where do you think the franchise is taking these characters?
To the Bahamas, apparently.
To the Bahamas. I still cannot believe they got Michael Caine for it.
He probably asked them.
I highly doubt it. I think it's what you said last week, or whenever the previous podcast came out, that they just said they'll buy him lunch. And then he did the film.
Shot all of his scenes in an afternoon.
Yeah, just shot all of it in an afternoon if they paid for his lunch.
And then they bought him. And then they gave him $15 to take to KFC on his way home.
Yeah. That is how you do filmmaking. You buy them lunch. Yeah. You throw a couple KFC vouchers at their way. Save millions.
You've never bought me KFC for helping you out with your fucking videos.
You're just trying to escape off me right now.
You owe me a lot of
I don't owe you anything. Stop trying to get KFC out of me.
Every time I think of KFC, I think of that video of Colonel Sand.
I don't know if that's YouTube friendly.
I mean...
Where is it?
It doesn't show any male nudity. It's only, upper body. Tasteful.
Okay.
Like an art film.
We'll put it up. I just need to find it.
Yes.
Where is it? Anyway.
Okay, yeah. I just sent you a video that's definitely not YouTube friendly.
Oh my god! What the fuck was that? That's not the video! Oh my god, it's re-looping! Get rid of it! Get rid of it! That's not how it... Oh my god! It's not stopping! I can't stop it! Get rid of it! Just say the next one! Oh my god, I can't fucking do this shit! Oh my god! Oh no, that's horrible! That is horrible. No, that's it. We're done. We're done today. Jesus.
You have to put that one up so they know what you're laughing at.
No! That is not YouTube friendly. I'm sorry. That is very inappropriate.
Can you at least explain what video I've just sent you?
Fucking play it again! Why would you send me that? Where did you get it from? Why would you save it to your phone? Why would you save it to your phone?
Alright. Nobody has any context. They're gonna think I'm way weirder than I am if you don't explain what the video is. It's not that bad.
It is that bad. That is horrendous. Oh, that's horrible. That is horrible. I'm gonna forward that to my dad.
Hell yeah.
Alright, that's it, everybody. Well, Invisible Man, we'll see you next week. Jaws the Revenge, finish the quadrilogy. It'll be awesome. I can't wait. I hope to see you there. Bye.
Yeah.
That is really fucked up. I'm here like, okay, I'm gonna... I didn't have sound on or anything. Wait, I didn't hear the sound.
How it feels to chew 5 gum. Stimulate your senses.
Yeah, no, I wanted to just hear him scream on the podcast.
No, I didn't know that was sound. Fuck me.
You're pretty lucky you didn't have the sound on.
Maybe I might just leave this bit in. Fucking hell, that is fucked. Alright. Fuck me. Nah, I'm done. I'm going.